haven't been here in a while. I haven't seen my truck in about, I don't know, 4 months or so. But look at Louie's truck. I haven't seen his truck in 4 months either, and it's night and day difference. Look at everything he's done. I'm gonna have him walk you through it.
So the newest thing on the truck is the front bumper and the rear tire carrier. Those are the two biggest things that I did to the truck. I kind of had previous versions of the bumper where it's just tube, and I would kind of half build it, and then I wouldn't go all the way to the skid plates or the lights because I didn't know what I wanted to go with. Yeah, I really tried to doll it up and do it right this time. So
Terrific. I love the bend in the skid plate. That's really sick.
yeah, I wanted to have a little bit of a bend. It came out to 12 degrees, and then it's 3/16 thick aluminum.
Nice.
And then I got it powder coated, all this stuff powder coated.
Yeah, powder coating is what I got to do, man. I've just been using Steel It, but powder coating looks 10 times better.
Yeah, it looks a lot nicer, and it's a lot sturdier, and chip resistant and everything. I made the bumper bolt on as well, so I welded new flanges to the back of the or to the front of the frame horn, and then welded new studs in there. So just 3 bolts on the front of the bumper, and then I made these brackets as well down here on the subframe, and then welded a nut to the back. So it's just 2 bolts in the bottom and 3 nuts here, and then I can take the bumper off.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Exactly what I got on mine too. Same bolt-on features here and design.
Yeah.
Yours is way more sturdy on your bottom 2 bolts there. Those are beefy.
Yeah, I cut those old tabs out, the factory tabs that they have there. Also because they're off center.
Yeah, they are.
So I wanted to kind of make that a lot beefier. And then this is kind of overkill. It's 1/4 inch metal here, but
no overkill in this game.
Yeah, yeah. It's just what I had, so I was like, all right, well, I'll just use that. So yeah, this definitely was a big thing here.
Well, it changed the entire appearance of the truck. The LP4s are sweet.
Yeah.
And they're honestly one of my favorite lights because they do have the side light feature here, so you can actually see to your side when you're off-roading rather than having your ditch lights pointed completely left and right. So it's a very functional light setup. Let's go to the bed. Look at this. Now we're talking pre-runner right here.
Yeah. You gotta have the dual spare tires and fiberglass, or else you're not a pre-runner, you know?
Exactly. Stock suspension, fiberglass. That's the way it should be ran. But yeah, take us through this wiring harness you have back here, the dual battery setup.
So I'm not a wiring person at all. So I hit up Blaze Off-Road on Instagram. Mitch is the guy that runs it, and he's the wiring guru. I told him that I wanted to run these Baja Designs lights, and I knew nothing about, all I knew was about switch bro and aux beam. I didn't even know there was a Garmin unit. But this is exactly what he suggested. He kind of made my whole cart, and then I checked out. He did hook me up with the harnesses, which was really nice. These are custom harnesses for all the lights. So I sent him the measurements from the front to the unit for each light. And they made harnesses, and if you can see, I don't know if it'll pick it up on the video, but each one of those white labels, see it says front LP4, front white LP4, and then rear chase and all that stuff. So by the time I put all the wires up here, everything was labeled. I didn't have to go and chase everything back to where the light was. So it helped me keep track and helped me wire everything a lot faster. And they make everything plug and play. So everything was super, super simple to follow. And they also have tons of YouTube videos.
Perfect.
And that's what I use to kind of reference, because they do a pretty good job on YouTube. They have lots of videos. Yeah, this is all what he recommended. He recommended the 2 batteries. One's for the truck. This is the truck battery on the passenger side, and the driver's side runs all the auxiliary lights. And then the next question I had for him was like, well, how do I charge that battery? Well, he sold me a Red Arc unit. Red Arc is an Australian company, and what it is it's a charger for the auxiliary battery. So when the truck's running, and the alternator is charging the truck battery, it uses that to charge the auxiliary battery. So
that's sweet.
Yeah, and I can run my lights, you know, with the truck off and not worry about the battery dying or anything like that. It's definitely kind of overkill, but you know, with all the work I'd done recently, I really wanted this to just be overkill. Like,
we need overkill, especially off-roading, especially if you're out there spending the night and stuff like that. We can't risk losing power. So this is the ultimate setup. And yes, we are in Florida. It is waterproof. So
yeah,
that is good to know.
Yeah, Blaze, Mitch was telling me from Blaze that they're based out of Colorado. And so they deal with, you know, rain, snow, pretty hot and harsh conditions during the summertime. And they have no issues running the Red Arc and Garmin and batteries back here. So, which, like, you know, I like that. That way it freed up my engine compartment and things like that. And I'm not dealing with the rat's nest of wires. I'm still trying to clean all this up. It's a lot going on, but
hopefully you don't have to take off your bed for anything.
Yeah, luckily, you know, it's really not too bad. I just, it looks like a lot, but it wouldn't be too much work to take it off.
Oh yeah.
I got this powder coated as well.
Yeah, I'm next. I gotta get everything powder coated. It just makes the truck look new, honestly. It's sweet.
The super fancy heat shrink on the hose clamps here.
Attention to detail.
Yeah.
Oh, these are sweet. I gotta get some of these.
Yeah.
So, and then your spare tire carrier is pretty sweet.
Yeah, the
you
spare
open
tire
your tailgate.
carrier. I literally have no room in my bed now, but whatever.
So sick.
Yeah. And then I did the same thing that Dirt King did for their bed cage here. I cut a V into this mount and then sanded it down. That way water can drain out of it and everything. Yeah, and then the Badlands jack mount I got from CJD Racing. He does a lot of Nissan Titan stuff.
Okay.
But he's on Instagram. He's got a really good company.
Oh,
So that's what I got for this. And then I think literally on Amazon I got this pack out mounting plate that I welded there.
There you go.
So, and then Milwaukee also makes a 6 whatever size this is. They make a cooler. It's like when I go to the beach, I just pop the cooler back there.
Yeah, definitely need a cooler mountain here.
I can still fit a decent amount of stuff, honestly. Like down in here, beach chairs, suitcase, whatever. Even down the side right here, I still have some room. I mean, you know, it's not.
This is a lot for a pre-runner. This amount of bed space is nice. It's a luxury.
I think I have about 500 pounds of added weight in the back with the batteries. I didn't honestly even take into account how much this rack weighs when I was doing the math, but it's about 500 pounds with everything. And dude, the truck has so much grip now in the dirt. It's really hard to drift it. And I have a locker in the back that I can lock anytime. Even still, I have trouble drifting it, which is kind of nice because I can throw it into corners way faster now.
Yeah.
And I don't have any understeer or anything like that. The tires are so big and grippy in the front. There's a few pictures that came out from that event, Durham Town, where I was going on 3 wheels around some of the turns just because like one of the front tires was coming up because I had so much grip. But this is
it's sweet, man. All the weight behind the axle when you're in the air, everything's balanced, and like you said, that traction. A lot of people want to slide around, but when you're on a track and you really want to push your truck, you want traction, you want that grip, you want to be safe. So this is ideally perfect weight distribution back here. And honestly, your truck looks night and day, man. The Baja designs are sweet. Everything's sick on here.
Yeah, I do have like a crazy squat now. It's kind of insane. I parked next to one of my buddies at work, has a Tacoma, and the bed of his truck was like 3 or 4 inches higher than the bed of mine. But
as long as it performs, that's all that matters.
And that's what happens when you go spring under anyways. You lose that height to begin with, and then but yeah, this thing rocks, man. It runs really well, and haven't had any issues so far after doing all the recent work.
All right, well, that's a wrap for today's video. Next time we come back, we're gonna be taking this truck out, so we'll come back to it. Gotta check out the lights.
You gotta check this out. So this is the app that comes with the Garmin unit. and so it's Bluetooth.
Sick.
Yeah, and I labeled all these so I can do, if I just want the white LP4s, I turn them on. If I want the ambers,
Ooh.
the front S2s, the DRL, and then the chase lights in the back.
That's exactly what I need.
And
that
then,
is sick.
Then you can do programmable buttons here. So this is race, and race for me is just all the lights come on, the rear chase and everything, and then you just power it off. And then it does Apple CarPlay. So when I get in my truck and plug it in,
oh, you do it on the screen?
I can do it on the head unit.
Oh yeah, I'm getting this.
Which is super cool. I made one for like hazard. So this is like if I have to pull over, I just do a little hazard. And then rain, I did a rain one. And you can dim the lights. So I can go over to here, and if I don't want my, let's say I want to run my ambers, but I don't want them to run super bright, I can edit this and go down to dimmer, and then check it out. I can dim.
Whoa.
I can dim that all the way down or all the way up.
Whoa, that
Yeah.
is sweet. I didn't know it could be that versatile.
Yeah, it's super customizable.
I'm actually excited for this. That
Yeah.
is sick.
And then I made one for the front lights. So if I just want the all these to come on, I just turn this one on. And then I wired the wide cornering outside S2 Pros to my fog light switch inside.
Okay.
So when I turn my headlights on, I don't have the keys. When I turn the headlights on, these come on with them as like a fog light.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Oh.
the Garmin unit is really awesome. Like I said, it's super customizable, and I mean, honestly, it's kind of endless possibilities what you can do with lights. So,
Yeah.
it's really, really convenient. It's definitely worth the money. It's expensive.
That's worth it.
But-
Like what you just did there
Yeah.
was mind blowing. So it's exactly what you want. Because right now, if you come look here, this is what happens when you just run everything off a single battery in the front. So that's what I'm working with compared to him right now. You know, I'll just be hitting these switches and hoping for the best. Oh yeah, the battery's disconnected.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, why is it not working?
No.
But yeah, it's that versus the Apple CarPlay app. Look at that.
Yeah, and one of the things you really don't want to do is like cheap out with lighting, and that's kind of why I hit a Blaze off-road, because I was like, I don't want to spend all this money on lights and then not have anything to wire it up with, or have to split all the harnesses, the Chinese harnesses that come with all the Baja design stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad I went with that. It was expensive, but that's definitely one of those big buy once, cry once things.
Yeah.
You don't want to, again, spend all that money on lights and then not have something reliable to hook it up to and run it, you know?
100%.
So definitely glad I did that for sure. So,
Fire.
yeah.
All right, that's a wrap for today's video, and we'll come back to this in about a week and a half and see where we're at.